Every congregation has a story. A story of people and places, of friendships and faith, of prayers whispered in difficult seasons and songs sung in joyful ones. A story of God's faithfulness written across generations. And one of the great gifts of the church is that the story never belongs to just one person or one moment. It is received, it is shared, and it is carried forward. This year, as the congregation at Duke Chapel has reflected on 40 years of ministry, we have been reminded that we are part of a story much larger than ourselves. This spring, we gathered to celebrate that remarkable legacy. We remembered where we have come from. We honored those who helped build this community. We shared stories and memories, laughter and gratitude. And as we celebrated the past, we were reminded of something important. The story is still being written. In many ways, this past year has been a year of both gratitude and anticipation, a year of honoring what has been while embracing what God is doing among us now. For many years, the congregation at Duke Chapel has expressed its calling in these words: believing that God reaches out to us with love and forgiveness, we seek to grow together in faith through worship, study, service, and our life together to the end that we embody Christ's compassion and holiness. We have grown together through worship. In a world that often feels fragmented and hurried, worship continues to anchor us in God's presence and remind us whose we are. This ministry is sustained by many faithful hands, quietly sustaining faithful rhythms. Altar Guild members prepare the communion table. Ushers offer hospitality and welcome. Nursery volunteers care for our youngest worshipers. Docents share the story and ministry of Duke Chapel with visitors from around the world. Together, these acts of faithfulness create sacred space where people encounter God and one another. For 40 years, our congregation has occupied a unique place within the life of Duke Chapel, bearing witness to the vibrant faith of a local congregation within this sacred place. This year, we have continued to strengthen a partnership that enriches both the congregation and the chapel itself. As a church, we have also grown together through study. Across every generation, we continued seeking deeper faith and understanding. Children learned, worshipped, and grew together in faith. Worship bags returned this year, and an expanded Palm Sunday Easter celebration brought children, families, and the congregation together for fellowship and fun. At Christmas, one of our most beloved traditions returned as children, youth, and adults joined together to tell the story of Christ's birth. Through scripture, music, and participation across generations, the Christmas Eve service reminded us that faith is both a gift we receive and a story we pass along. Youth explored what it means to follow Christ faithfully in today's world through study, fellowship, and conversations about faith, justice, wealth, and discipleship. Adults gathered in classes, on retreats, around books, in conversations, and as community, seeking deeper understanding and deeper faith. Because discipleship is not something we complete. It is a lifelong journey of becoming more fully the people God created us to be. We have also grown together through service. Throughout the year, this congregation continued to embody Christ's compassion in tangible ways. Through your generosity, more than $71,600 was distributed to 11 local mission partners serving neighbors throughout Durham. An additional $12,300 supported Zoe Ministries, empowering youth in Zimbabwe to build lives of independence, dignity, and hope. Beyond financial support, congregation members participated throughout the year in service projects, back-pew collections, and hands-on ministry with our mission partners. One of the most enduring expressions of this commitment remains our partnership with Urban Ministries of Durham. Through the congregation's long-standing Lasagna ministry, members prepare meals that provide around 200 dinners each month for neighbors experiencing food insecurity. It is a reminder that God's provision often arrives through ordinary people offering what they have, one meal at a time. Lives are nourished, hope is strengthened, and Christ's love is shared. This congregation has always understood that service is not merely something we do, it is a part of who we are. And we have grown together through our life together. New faces have joined our congregation. 20 new members became part of our church family, and we celebrated 2 baptisms, visible signs that God's work among us continues. We also experienced a season of transition, welcome, and renewal in leadership. This year, we welcomed our new senior pastor, Ryan Wilson, and his family. We welcomed Delilah Twombly as children's minister and Catherine Scribner as office administrator. Mindy Erdman continued and expanded her ministry among us. Ken Moland continued his faithful ministry of presence and pastoral care. Daniel Parham shared his gifts with us as this year's Divinity School intern. But what has been most encouraging is not simply that there are new names on a staff page. It is the sense that God is weaving together new voices and familiar faces into a shared future. It is the way God is weaving together fresh ideas and long-standing traditions, creating a sense that this congregation is both deeply rooted and continually growing. And it is a part of the story God is writing among us. At the same time, fellowship continued to flourish throughout the year. We gathered around tables for summer ice cream socials, congregational lunches, an Epiphany breakfast, our annual picnic, chili cook-off, pie celebrations, and many other opportunities to share life together. These moments matter because Christian community is built not only in worship services and classrooms, but around tables and through fellowship. The same spirit of care was evident in our care ministries. Quilters and Heavenly Hugs hat makers lovingly created handmade gifts, given that each recipient would know they are remembered and loved. Cards were written, flowers delivered, visits made, and prayers offered. Much of this ministry happens quietly, but perhaps that is fitting. Christ's compassion is often made known not through grand gestures, but through faithful presence. Together, these simple acts proclaim a powerful truth. No one walks alone. This is what it means to be the church. As we look back across this year, we see much for which to give thanks. We see worship that has centered our lives on Christ, study that has deepened faith, service that has extended God's love, and friendships that have strengthened our life together. We see a congregation striving, imperfectly but faithfully, to embody Christ's compassion and holiness. Most of all, we see evidence of God's abiding faithfulness, and that gives us hope. As we begin the next chapter of our life together, we do so with gratitude for 40 years of ministry and hope for what lies ahead. Hope grounded in the truth that the God who has guided this congregation through every season remains faithful still. The story continues, and by God's grace, we have the privilege of carrying that story forward together.